Hello my beautiful friends. Sorry for being away for so long, but I do have a number of reasons and I'll tell you all about them in 2 seconds. Here I am once again reporting to you from, according to Where to Go magazine, the not only greatest place to visit this year, but the #1 resort in the world. Of course, I'm talking about sunny Beach, Bulgaria. I'm standing here in the epicenter and right next to the world famous gorgeous fence that unfortunately has not been updated this year. No paint, no flare, no garbage pickup, no absolutely nothing has happened this season. You know, whatever they add to the building, I'm really happy about that guy hammering whatever he's hammering right now. Yeah, whatever they add to the building, you know, they paint a little bit blah 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 on one side, and then whatever they did the year before kind of falls off and they have to redo it again. So nothing unfortunately has changed here, which is too bad. I love talking about this particular place here because it's just such a beautiful epic building in such a beautiful you know, location and you know, this epic sort of corner of sunny beach here right on the main road. Lots of parking, lots of everything, and of course I would just really love it to be finished so people can hang out and sit in pools and relax and drink their Perinskos and just have fun. So unfortunately, as you can see behind me, however, this is not indicative of other places. There has been quite a lot of buzz in terms of new construction, new buildings, new homes, new apartments. A lot of them were finished this year, and there's actually quite a number of just brand new buildings being put together. There's a bunch of new buildings that people have already moved in. There's a few buildings that are just completely sold out, which is incredible, that were just built this year and just sold completely. You know, and so that's really great news for everybody here, because it's nice to have lots of people and lots of fun. The season is you know, it's like 28-30 degrees, and this is you know, the end of what, September, November, end of September, I guess, the last day September. So you know, this time last year, you know, it would have been kind of gloomy and certainly a lot colder. It is almost 30 degrees. People are still swimming. You know, some of my neighbors and just neighborhood people that, you know, I see in the morning, at noon, they are just coming back with their swim trunks back from the sea, from, you know, just hanging out on the beach and having a good time. So that's really amazing. And again, it's, you know, in many places of the world, this would be, you know, almost, you know, definitely autumn, which it is, and certainly not here. It has not reached Bulgaria's shores, so it's wonderful for me. Yesterday I did a Burgess trip, just flew around on my little bike and went to Metro. God, I love going to Metro. It's so awesome. I got the little card now, so they know me and beep beep beep. Oh, it's so great. Sorry, backtracking a little bit. You know, everything is so really nicely automated now. You get the little card, whatever you buy, the receipt is like emailed to you, PDF, shows you all the stuff. They'll maybe give you some coupons and stuff. Really nice way to sort of retain your business, and excellent. And also, oh god, sorry, Decathlon, I went to get some really fancy pants. I'm wearing one pair right now actually, and same thing, you know, you do everything with your phone. You don't talk to anyone if you don't wish to. You just go to the till, you pay with your phone, and you scan the Decathlon card, and then moments later you get an email, not only just with your receipt, but of course it sends you like PDF files about the products that you purchased, warranty information, all that kind of stuff. Mwah! You know how much I love shit like that, like the back end stuff. You know, it's really perfect. So no more paperwork for warranty stuff if you buy you know, something that would require some like old lady in the back, you know, doing things with paper, just wasting everyone's time. Ladies should be sitting at home smoking cigarettes and not doing this kind of really dumb shit, because it's just not necessary. See, look, I'll show you guys, you know, all this. Yep, completely unchanged. So anyways, really great. I mean, back yesterday on my bike, I got testing, just slowly testing a new GoPro mount for the bike. And God, I hope this isn't another windy video, but it's windy again. I got a GoPro mount for the bike, so on the way back yesterday, I mean, literally 8 p.m. in autumn. I am just in a t-shirt. Of course, I should be wearing my jacket, but it was so freaking hot. Cruising around the villages yesterday, the sunset behind me, I mean, you could cry. I mean, I stopped. I went to a gas station and I stopped on this field, and I'm watching this, like, just completely lost my brain in this Bulgarian sunset. Oh my God, was it ever beautiful? Just kind of behind Burgas, kind of behind the fields, like, in that crazy weather that I love so much. It just makes your skin feel so just so wonderful. So that was just yesterday, you know. Just, it was awesome. And Burgas is great, you know. I love hanging out there, just cruise around a little bit, and sat around looking like a fancy hipster at the Starbucks. And it's just fine. And yeah, 25 minutes for me to go there now, so it's awesome. A lot less traffic, of course, a lot less people. The supermarkets and stuff like that here are all closed. All the sort of places behind me, the restaurants, they have just shut down about a week and a bit ago. But what's happening here is definitely not indicative of what's happening in town. A lot of restaurants are still open. I went to Flora what, a week ago or something like that, and they're like, sorry Matt, it's full inside. I had to wait. Either wait for somebody to finish, or sit outside at one of the patio tables, and it was, you know, late evening. It was amazing, don't get me wrong, but and I'm so happy for their success. And a lot of places are still quite busy and really fun and beautiful, and everybody's so friendly, and fucking the food is awesome. And you know, downtown too, Flower Street, and you know, Janet, all those kind of places, the new city Janet, wonderful. It's busy, it's fun, it's festive, you know, no matter where you go. You know, it's awesome here right now. It's just you know, for me, this is just perfect, because you get that little bit of a breeze. It's still nice and warm. You know, I don't go swimming or anything like that, but it is obviously possible just to sit around. If you're not a swimmer, you know, sitting on the beach at a beach bar right now with a book, and there's, you know, no kids, no, you know, just that, you know, a lot of people are just gone. So it's nice and quiet. None of that cigarette and the yucky toilet spray that people still put on. Although that aura, negative aura I call it, is completely gone. So it's such a nice place to be. So if you are super bored, you're sitting on your thumbs right now in Frauchtenshire or Sworstenshire or Kent or Leeds or London, whatever you're right now, and you're like, I need a holiday, I want to sit around somewhere and read my computer books in peace, and maybe have a nice little beach holiday, this is the place, the #1 place. So you know, I have my bike here because I'm actually, I told you I'm wearing my pants, because I've been going on adventures, motorbike adventures all over Bulgaria, all over the place. Just smile on my face, bigger than my face. I know that's not possible, but it actually happens. I'm out and about all the time. It's so exciting for me, even just to, you know, go like 40-50 kilometers away and you know, just stop at some little town and just chat with people. You guys know this already. This is paradise for me. It's just fucking paradise for me. So it's funny because I just took the good wool out yesterday, and of course I'm being a bit presumptuous because it's supposed to be for winter when it's cold, but it gives me a nice cushy feel. So it's out and about now, and yeah, I've got another GoPro mount here, and I did take some videos yesterday. So maybe at the tail end, if you're just so bored, I'm going to attach a couple of you know, 2-3 minute videos of just being on the bike, cruising some of the villages. It's not really that exciting, but I took them yesterday, and for me they're cool. They're probably boring for you. So this is going to be a few little just kind of little snippets of what's happening. I walked around Windy City yesterday. It's pretty dead. It's pretty dead there now. the one shop, the supermarket there that's close to the beach, remains open. So if you still want to grab your snacks and your pirinsko and go sit on the beach, absolutely doable, no problem. But again, I don't want to repeat myself. Some of the veggie stands are already closed, and the big, you know, my supermarket here, the other my supermarket, the other supermarket, those guys are completely shut down. Understandably so. You know, there just aren't any people here. Obviously all the kids and anybody school age, and all the worker people, you know, who have to go back home for their, you know, chores, whatever you call them, I don't know. So they've been gone now for a number of weeks. My complex is essentially empty. There's a few, you know, just a few people just lounging around, hanging out. Amazing, super cool. Lots of new cats. I've been feeding cats every day and buying them medication, all this stuff all the time, just trying to help them out a little bit. So yeah, lots of cats. I wish that would change a little bit, but they're so well taken care of, and you know, Bulgarian people, Russian people, just everybody who walks around here, they always have food with them. I know I've said this before, but I really thank you so fucking much. You know, whenever I see somebody with a little bit of food, you know, some kids or whoever, you know, a couple just walking around or biking and just giving the small cats a little bit of kibble, I appreciate that very much on behalf of the Sunny Beach cat population. So thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna jump on the bike and maybe just take a few videos of just what's happening here. But really, aside of the weather and just going and hanging out and walking around and biking around or whatever, there really isn't much. I know, even, but some of the clubs, like if you want to go dancing, even, yeah, on Flower Street and just at the middle part there where that new bar is, I think there's still music, you know, pumping. You could still, you know, twerk or whatever people do. Today, like this weekend, it's weekend today. Right now it's Friday, just early afternoon. So it's just like a perfect time to go and have some fun. I haven't really done any videos and stuff because I haven't really been sleeping very well. The change between summer and autumn and winter, it's always so weird. I get so much insomnia, and it happens every single year that it's just hard for me to sleep. So it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm wide awake and I have just these bags under my eyes and just not really feeling very well. Plus I'm not drinking, so you add that, you know, of course you get insomnia if you know, drink every day and then you stop and you know, your body just tries to adjust. There's nobody really to sit around and drink beers with right now, and the thought of sitting at a beach bar or whatever, some bar, and drinking beer and not having the ability to go cruise around on my bike in the evenings or, you know, anytime is, you know, I'm just riding my bike around and exploring is exponentially times 1,000, 10,000 times more interesting to me than just sitting around and drinking beer. So let's continue on. Give me 2 seconds. You can be very jealous of this because I'm not a huge fan of just sitting around on the beach, as you know. I'm always go because my freaking brain is so crazy. But if I were to sit on the beach, you know, and enjoy the sun, enjoy the clear sky, look at this, look how absolutely perfect it is, and it's so warm right now. It's so beautiful, and not a cloud in the sky. So just imagine these folks here, you know, the tanning beds, I guess they're gone now because the places that are affiliated with them that give them out are closed now. So, you know, like there's a lot of people there still. So yeah, I guess everybody anticipated the season to end quicker because we're supposed to have this like bad winter or whatever bullshit. But look at this. This is just like, just to make you guys a little jealous. Look at the sky, look at the water. Just imagine being in that boat right now, bobbing about, having a little pirinsko, but not too much because you're supposed to be sober on a boat. Look how beautiful Nesebar. I was in Nesebar the other day just wandering around, and it's just a million people, you know, just kind of wandering around, shopping and buying little trinkets and art things and fridge magnets and having coffees and fish and all this stuff. Just absolutely, hi guys. Just absolutely wonderful. Prices, let's talk prices. So I'm still feeling a little bit sour tongued a little bit about some of the pricing increases that I've experienced here in Sunny. Everything from you know, 2 leva and 50 Prinsko at a supermarket, which I find to be just a little bit too crazy, too much, to you know, paying 25 bucks for a hamburger, to just kind of overall everything being way more expensive, but you know, I think unreasonably so in a lot of cases, maybe not in most cases, but in a lot of cases. So let me tell you why I feel this way. Because you know, I go to a place like Metro, and the Metro is accessible to anyone. It's not some special you know, restaurant only place, super secret place where you know, they do sell massive volume. Of course, a lot of people that own restaurants go there, but it's not like a supplier where you get those really cheap base prices. And I'm looking at, you know, stacks of Heineken, let's say. I mean, Heineken, you're not going to drink Heineken because it's terrible beer, but you know, it's generally considered premium because it's advertised everywhere, so people think it's supposed to be fancy, so they pay extra. So you go buy a Heineken, it's 5 leva or more, even 6 leva right now. And I go to Metro again yesterday just as a normal citizen, and walk in and it's 50 stotinki for a can of Heineken. So that's the cheapest I've ever seen. I mean, that's cheaper than anywhere. And then of course you look at Burgasco or Astica or Pirinsko or the other beers. When you go buy them at a store like that, you can still buy them for like 79 stotinki, which is the same price that you bought them at the store. You know, whether it's, you know, any kind of a grocery store back in the days. I'm talking about 10 years ago. It's like, oh, what's 89 cents for a beer? That's a good deal. But those deals are still here. When you look at chickens and some of the, you know, processed meat and stuff like that, it's unquestionable that they did go up in price, but they're not double the price. They're maybe 5% higher, maybe 10% higher, a little bit higher. Sure, fuel is more expensive, it costs more to fill up my bike. Transportation, people want to earn a better wage, so all that reflects that. Maybe rents are a bit higher, but I find paying, like I did just a few weeks ago, 25 leva for a hamburger, you know, with like extra pickles and stuff like that, the 24.60 or whatever I paid, incredibly unreasonable and unfair. The hamburger was fantastic, of course, but it's yeah, it's just it's a bit too much. It wasn't even a nice restaurant or anything. I don't want to name any names. So that's that. Other than that, everything you know, in my life has been absolutely awesome. There has been definitely a pretty big, you know, for your owners here, there's been a pretty big jump in water prices. Okay, so I go through a lot of water. My cats drink a lot of water. I have a lot of showers, maybe not recently, but yeah, just shower. So water price, you know, per cubic meter has gone up considerably. I'm going to go on a limb here and say it's doubled in the last 5-6 years. So just keep that in mind. It really doesn't matter at the end. I just pay every 6 months, and you just pay it, and it's water, who cares. Things like electricity costs have been relatively the same for me, so that's not a huge deal. So all the, you know, the war, all that shit that's happening right now, you know, I'm largely unaffected by it, and so that's, I'm really happy about that. So that's awesome. I guess except the fuel prices. So I just cruised down the Windy City, and I was wrong before in the previous clip that everything is closed. So aside from the store, there's actually a few other shops that are still open. So if you want to get yourself a Sunny Beach Cool Dude t-shirt, it's still available. Pick up some shorts, towel, whatever, all that stuff is there. Look at this retro, I think it's a ZZR. It's a retro hyper bike from way back in the days. I think this was considered the fastest production motorcycle, I think, at that time. So pretty fancy and in mint shape too. Good for you, buddy. Okay, so Windy City, you know, you can see it's pretty dead. But the wine lady is closed, but you can see some of the shops there at the end. You're still able to buy some stuff. These guys are open year round, but last time I was here and I asked if I can go sit upstairs because it'll give you a nice view, but the lady said it's like an all you can booze, all you can eat place, and she says niet. Okay, so I'm only doing this to make you guys jealous, of course. I just left Sunny Beach. I'm going north towards Obzor. It's a tail end of summer, of course, as you know. I'm gonna maybe see if I can do some shopping, maybe find some tail end end of season deals, find myself like a cool t-shirt, come to Obzor, meow meow, and maybe some cats maybe, I don't know, I'll figure something out. So you ready? Okay, here it goes, here it goes. And of course not a cloud in the sky. It's so beautiful here. Okay, so I'm gonna cruise up. My bike is here. It's a gorgeous place, except, well, you know, Bulgarian culture. Here you go. Imagine parking your car here and throwing your cigarettes and your beer cans and all this stuff just over the beautiful outlook here. Pisses me off, as you know. The other thing is, you know, I was just on the beach 2 seconds ago, and one of the things that can be fixed so easily is some kind of a law where you don't smoke on the beach ever. Anybody, you know, do like €100 fine, nothing crazy, but still just enough to deter people from smoking. And of course, everybody here just throws their cigarettes on the ground. It's part of the culture. It pisses me off a little bit. I think that's something that could be easily fixed, just putting actually having a law, obviously not just signs, but just alleviating some of the garbage and that chemical, because the stuff that people smoke here, like the Bulgarian tobacco, it's garbage. I mean, it's the worst probably in the world. They don't know that, but it's just sweepings. So it's like that toxic shit that is inside the filter, you know, the tail end of the cigarette. It rains, it goes into the beach, and then of course it goes into this gorgeous, I mean, how many places on earth look like this? I mean, give me a fucking break. I mean, this place is stunning. And if they were to do that, and of course it just saves time and money cleaning this stuff up. You know, have a little sneak peek at the hoppers in the summertime, where they clean and sift the sand for just garbage and rocks and stuff. But it's just cigarette butts. I mean, just imagine you're sitting here, you know, you're with your kids and stuff, you're having a good time, beautiful summer day, and then you like butt it out into the fucking sand. I mean, fuck you, seriously. And I see this all the time. Oh my god, I'm getting angry. Pause. Okay, everything is awesome. I'm off to Obzor. More to come. Let's continue on. Okay, so I'm cruising up the highway. I'm still going north towards Varna and towards Obzor on this crazy awesome day. Just wanted to stop and show you guys this village. You know, just kind of a cool, extremely quaint, I like saying that, Bulgarian village. Lots of little farms, lots of people just milling about, just so relaxed that your heart is down to like 12 beats per minute. But look at the views here, you know, and the little farms and the little homes, and there's another kind of a little, I don't know, I guess they just call it another village. And of course the Black Sea is just sort of behind all this. Just look at the colors, you know, the beautiful fall colors right now. They're just as beautiful as summer colors, because this place, you know, height of summer, it's just so green, that kind of beautiful green, just greenness, the smell, it's wonderful. So a couple of weeks ago, we had possibly definitely, because I know for sure, the worst storm, like a thunderstorm and rain and I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, I've seen monsoons, I've been to Asia and all these crazy places where you just feel like you're gonna die, but I've never experienced anything like this in my life. I'm just sitting in my apartment and the sky was just lit white with thunder, just continuous thunder. My whole building was shaking. There was so much rain that my balcony just started, like this kind of time where it just fills up with water, that the drain wouldn't keep up. It was crazy. So now, you know, I'm just riding down the twisty road here to Varna, and you know, you got to be careful for sure, because it is pretty it's really twisty, and you know, it's treacherous. I definitely call it that. So you have to be very careful, especially when you're on a bike, or you know, just in anything, doesn't matter. So now I found, because I go up and down this road quite frequently since that big thunderstorm and just so much water, a lot of the road, I'm not gonna say it got washed out, but there's just like cracks in the road and it's kind of buckly and all this shit. So just be careful. Things have definitely they need to fix it, and it's kind of a tough place to fix the road because you're kind of, it's so twisty and it's getting equipment up there and getting people to come finish stuff up like that. It requires a lot of effort. So I hope they fix it, because it's actually, at this point, I'll call it dangerous. So, speaking of apples, when I was still in Sunny Beach, I stopped at a few veggie stands just to see, kind of report and see, you know, what's going on with the vegetable situation and fruits and stuff like that. And it's still plentiful. Everything is almost, it is just like summer. All the beautiful things, fresh, sweet, awesome. I grabbed a pear, you know, the kind of stupid looking apple. It was so fucking delicious. Probably the best pear I've ever had. You know, I just like, oh, just so this juicy thing, and it's like one lev, whatever you pay for it now. Oh, just perfect. So if you're here and you still want to buy some veggies, there's still plenty of places that are open, and of course you can get that I call it the country summer basket of awesome food. So it still exists, it's still here, you can buy it. The veggie prices have definitely gone up in price, but I don't even think about that, because the value is so there when you buy, you know, a little box of strawberries or raspberries or whatever. And also, just the other day I had a custom juice made. A lot of the veggie places, just to make some extra money, they make little juices for you, you know, for like 5 leva for a little bottle, or I think it was like 8 leva now for half a liter. And of course, you know, they'll grab you beets and apples and ginger and a couple of these things, and though, you know, whatever you want inside, they make it this epic juice. And you're tired and just having a shitty day or whatever it is, and you the last one I drank, I think, yeah, it was like half a liter. It was just one sip, and it was yeah, like beets and carrots and stuff like that, and a little bit of sweetness from ginger and green apple. You just drink it and it's like, wow, you just feel like running across the world and climbing trees and stuff. How much energy and how delicious it is, and how, you know, it went up in price a bit, but it's still relatively inexpensive. I'm back sort of thinking about the beach, and, you know, why don't they make it smoke free? You know, it's like, these guys can, you know, in the sub or whatever this shit happens, it's have a meeting of the minds, you know, and it's like, hey Boris, hey Stanislav, do you not think maybe we could have this beach, gorgeous fucking beach, the whole side of Bulgaria, all the beaches, you know, to be cigarette free? Wouldn't that be a thing? I mean, I don't see any cons. I mean, is this going to be, oh, it's going to affect cigarette tourism, or what the fuck, you know, make it inconvenient for these assholes to you know, not throw garbage on the beach? And I don't know. It just seems such a trivial thing to do. I see zero cons, only pros, and raise awareness. Maybe even have some money in their coffers to spend money on, you know, just this sort of awareness of the year is 2022. You just stop doing that. Look how beautiful these guys have it, you know. Look how absolutely beautiful their yard is, and their cool house, and they're just hanging out. Probably have little barbecues, and of course there's a cat. Meow meow. Psst, psst. Nothing. So yeah, they gotta do that. I mean, it'll save them money. I mean, it's, you make money and you save money just cleaning up garbage from a beach. It's crazy to me just to think about that. Okay, I'm rambling, but you know, just what's happening with like a house like that? You know, is it just abandoned? Is it people just cannot afford the window from a glass, or just renovating or something? Who knows? But sure, it's fucking beautiful here all the time. Okay, I'm gonna continue on. So it's incredibly super awesome having that stupid bike. It's not really an off-roader, but it's just enough to be able to take some like muddy, gravelly sort of side roads, like village roads or farm roads, whatever you want to call them. So I can just kind of turn off the main road whenever I please, most of the time, and just kind of explore a little bit. So it's a little bit windy again. I know the wind sucks, and I know you turn off the video when the wind comes around, but just look at my view. You You know, I'm still on the way to Obzor, which is just, it's kind of another bay here in front of me. It's another, you know, another village, and then Obzor is just next next to that. And just look at this. Look at the sea right now. You know, and there's this kind of an abandoned building here. I'm just thinking like what an epic place this would be to have this place. This is your place. And you're sitting here. And you're having kufteta and a pirinsko. And this is your view. And it's autumn right now. And look at this. There's something going on here with cell tower. So I must be on some highest point right now where these towers are, because there's lots of them here. But look at this cool little place, and look at my view again. Stupid wind. There's just no way that I'm gonna ever be able to alleviate this stupid winding, so please bear with me. I live on the sea, and getting a microphone for this camera is crazy hard, crazy impossible. The adapters, and stupid GoPro does not have a headphone jack. Of course, there's no Bluetooth connectivity. I don't understand. It's weird. You have to buy probably 200-300 bucks worth of stuff to have a wireless mic, and then it just bulks up the whole stupid thing, and then you have to worry about batteries. However, thanks for sticking around, because now you're about to see the world famous Bulgarian tusk. Stay tuned, I keep going. Okay, so I'm just a few seconds south of Obzor and turned off towards the water, just because there's some cool resorts here, but they're not very cool. So you're gonna hear me use the words heyday and off the beaten path probably a couple times in this little snippet. So there's a lot of some new places that are built here, and some old complexes still kind of from the socialist era, because they're really old, and of course they're no longer used. They're no longer used today. One of them is perfect timing, is just here behind me. You know, just again, heyday. Just imagine how incredibly fun it would have been here, you know, with the road being brand new, and these apartments and hotels being just built, and kids and everybody running around. The beach here easily compares, of course, to Sunny Beach. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you know, from what everybody has told me way back in the days, is that Sunny Beach actually was incredibly green and incredibly lush with, you know, plants and you know, trees and stuff like that. It kind of, you know, looked like that. Of course, everything has been sadly chopped off, and this kind of there's just a few little places in Sunny Beach that you can kind of be lost in the woods maybe a little bit, but obviously this gorgeousness, you know, of the kind of flora is completely gone. So yeah, there's just a number of buildings like this, if you can see. Maybe a little bit. Okay, and then over there just ahead of me, they have campsites, and they have these little, you know, there's little like domkis, little homes, like vacation homes. I just love stuff like this. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's been used for ages and ages and ages. Okay, we keep going. Okay, so I just absolutely love this. I hiked up this hill a little bit, and you know, just nothing has been kept up here. So if you have a motorcycle, this is what you don't want. So it just seems like some stuff is utilized and some stuff is not. Most stuff is not, and certainly not maintained. But I always find these, you know, these little vacation holiday homes, you know, romantic. I don't know why, but just like you come here with your family and you have barbecues, and you have, you know, let's say only 2 or 3 weeks of holidays for the whole year. So this is like where you just shine and have all the fun in the whole entire world. So, you know, you just enjoy this beautiful area and hang out in your own little sort of a private home. And you know, when I was growing up in Poland 100 years ago, again, those were kind of the Soviet times in Poland, socialist times, whatever, communist times, of course. As part of my father's job, every year, everybody and their families, like people who worked there and their families, would go to the Lake District in Poland. It's so beautiful that you just cry how beautiful it is there to this day. It's just fucking holy shit. And then you'd go to this sort of communal area on this lake where you get like little paddle boats and you can do a little fishing. And in the center there was this restaurant. Of course, you have like potatoes and pierogies and stuff like that. I have some incredibly fond memories because there was even a bowling alley. Like, it was like outside. I remember this kind of a concrete thing where you like bowl, and the ball would kind of come back to you. It was awesome. Really, some incredibly fond memories of these holidays when I was, 5-6 years old, and it kind of looked kind of like this, but much nicer, just much nicer shape. And in the center, aside from the restaurant, I recall like a community center where the adults would sit and smoke cigarettes, and the kids would I think there's like billiards. This is before video games and stuff like that, so nobody would just have their fucking iPad with them and stuff like that. So everybody was socializing, hanging out, and just sort of sitting around. They had games, football and all this kind of stuff, and it was really in the middle of a forest with this beautiful lake. And I remember my family, my dad and I, and we would go out on these like pontoon boats, they go chuk, 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 chuk. And you just go and go as far as you can, because of course the lake was just perfect, just absolutely as flat as can be, just absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, it's really fond memories. So this is probably the same sort of a thing that was happening here back in the 70s, maybe 60s, maybe even 80s. I don't know, but you have to see the horses. I'm gonna try to smuggle this in here. There's just horses here. Look at this guy. Oh, he's so beautiful. He's actually fancy. I'd love to be able to go to just do a little stroll, but unfortunately everything is completely locked up. So still in the back of my inkling mind, I do think this probably was open at some point for some, maybe Bulgarian people, for some really inexpensive lodging to bring your family here. I must come here. I absolutely must. I mean, this is just a few minutes away from where I live, and being able to have this sort of recreation of my youth, I must do it. But on top of it all, the freaking beach here. I took some photos, but I didn't want to take another video of a beach, but it's so gorgeous, just so gorgeous. All of the stuff is gone. The beach bars and stuff are like that are closed, but you look up through the balconies and stuff like that. There's a couple of like fancy-ish resorts. People's towels are sort of dangling around and stuff like that. So I think there are some places that maybe people own, or tail end of summer, enjoying the last days of clear skies. Oh, it's beautiful here. Oh my goodness. I totally lucked out, okay? And you're in for a treat. I was able to get into and infiltrate one of these super cool vacation places here, just south of Obzor. I didn't really talk to anyone or ask anyone, but there's an actual wedding and there's a restaurant, there's lots of people, and it's really festive. As you can hear the music, I'm not going to be interrupting them or bugging them and talking to them and yelling and dancing like I would normally, but not today. I'm going to sneak around and show you. And I'll show you kind of this place that I think, that I think is super cool. So yeah, you get these little. This is obviously a lot more moderner than my days, but I have a feeling that it's kind of been here and just kind of revamped, repainted, and all this stuff, remaintained. And you get these cool little houses. Each family gets their own little place, and in the center, just like my what I explained before, you have this massive community center where people just hang out, and the whole facility, of course, is sort of fenced off, so the parasites and people just don't run off, and you're kind of in an enclosed kind of a community. And I have a feeling, I'm almost certain, that every day or whatever, every few days, there's like, chess day, and then there's another day where people get together maybe for a movie night or ping pong or pool or, that kind of stuff. So it just gives you this sort of a super cool community thing. But yeah, check it out. These are awesome. I will ask on the way out if just a normal immigrant like myself can just ride up here and rent one of these places. It'd be pretty relaxing, I wouldn't even ask for the Wi-Fi code. Would I? Probably would. I mean, it's nice and clean here. It's pretty cool. And I'm assuming everybody gets a bathroom of their own, or maybe there are different tiers. The VIPs get their own toilet and sink and all that fun stuff. But oh, I love this stuff. So yeah, that's where the wedding is happening. So yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, I'm actually really happy that I got a chance to come and hang out here. Yeah, it's pretty really well kept and really beautiful, and you get to see the fall leaves and the beautiful trees. And when you leave the gate, you just go down a little bit. There's another kind of a resort hotel kind of place, and the beach just goes for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. And the water is like this window, you know. It's just like flat like this, and turquoise. It's just gorgeous here. It's crazy, just crazy. It'll be awesome just to be a little kid and you're just like running around. And of course today you'd have your Nintendo Switch and your iPad and you'd be watching Netflix and stuff like that, and not picking and eating bugs and running around and playing swords with pieces of wood. Times are different today. Not they're different, not worse or better, they're just different. But there you go. So you got a little chance to see. This looks like a bit of a fancier one, so definitely fancier one than the one I remember in my heydays. But yeah, check it out. Epic place. Maybe I should crash the wedding. And look, you can play tennis. We never had tennis. Hello and welcome to Obzor. So, Obzor is another town, village, city, whatever you want to call it, right on the Black Sea. It is definitely a tourist destination. It's full of resorts, full of private homes, full of rentals, hotels, restaurants. It is very similar to, it's kind of like Sunny Beach, but more quaint, and of course none of that craziness. Still a beautiful, absolutely beautiful place to visit. It's about 25, I guess, 30 kilometers north down the crazy road from Sunny Beach, and it's definitely worth a visit when you come here to Bulgaria. When you come to Sunny Beach, it's super close, and walking around the promenade here, or just doing like a beach day, or having, you know, coming for some riba, for some fish, a little bit of shopping, it's definitely an awesome place to come. I'm not going to be able to show you super a lot today. I was hoping to get my cool dude t-shirt or something with a cat on it. However, there's only a few places that are open, and they're all just a little bit janky. As you can see, my bike is sandwiched between old Russian technology. You can, in Sunny Beach and here, actually a lot of places, you can rent a driver and rent an UAZ like this, and they'll take you four-wheeling in the old kind of vintage truck like that. They call them Jeeps. They are not Jeeps, but they are just super cool. I've never done it. Definitely would love to go on like a tour like that in an old Russian machine like this, Russian truck. And you can yeah, bring a backpack full of beer and some snacks and stuff like that, and you can cruise around and take you into the hills, into the mud, and you have a little picnic and all that kind of stuff. I'm assuming it's pretty cool. I mean, how can it not be pretty cool? It sounds really cool. I'm gonna try to walk down the main road and see if there is any shops that are open. Maybe I will end up with a souvenir from Obzor. Let's see. I actually already have a, do I have an Obzor? Yeah, I think I have an Obzor fridge magnet already at home. I've been here a number of times. It really is beautiful here. It really is. It's definitely worth a visit. So, one moment. I'll check the main road. Stay tuned. So yeah, this is the main road. This takes you to Varna. 30 kilometer speed limit here, so watch that. There's police all the time. Unfortunately, you know, it's late in the day. That's one thing, and of course, season is over, kind of, sort of. So all the little shops here are mostly closed. You know, if you walk up that way, you know, you can walk up maybe 1.5 kilometers and do like a cool shopping extravaganza in this little town. You just put your car on the very end and just walk up and do a little loop and check out all the shops. I mean, there's probably 150 of them, it's a really awesome way to spend super sunny summertime a day because it's beautiful here. And you can see, you know, if you just go off a little bit into off the beaten path a little bit, you can see that there's a lot of people that live here year round. There's shops and restaurants that are open all the time, and these sort of cool, you know, these old apartments. And you just go up a little bit later, you know, these beautiful super old school homes and new stuff and old stuff, and you know, a lot of sort of you know, immigrants and stuff that live here, pensioners and stuff, moved here because you're still on the sea, you still have the crazy beautiful weather, but it's a bit you know, a bit more docile here. And of course Varna airport is only about 55, actually I know for sure it's exactly 55 kilometers from here. So if you're traveling a lot, it's just a straight road right to the airport from here. And I mean, it's really just perfect here. You know, you just buy yourself a little villa, maybe not on the main road, and you're done. You're absolutely done. Yeah, I really like coming here. I love, just it's a super nice feeling. So yeah, definitely check out Obzor. And of course, you know, the beach in the middle of summer, there's beach bars and beautiful girls and beautiful boys, and you know, awesome hotels, some 5-star places here, and of course you know, all the food and everything is just like in any fancy beach resort, any fancy seaside town. But yeah, tail end, so normally there'll be just like a bazillion people walking down here. It's pretty fun. So I was going to actually go for the night, and I packed my bike. I'm like the weirdest packer. I bought the cheapest luggage, literally just like dry bags. I just stuff all the stuff in. I don't really care. So I did bring some stuff with me, just some clothes and stuff like that, and my iPad and some chargers and stuff. That's all I really need, a pair of socks. But unfortunately, it's gonna be a bit boring here, to be honest, because I thought there'd be maybe a little bit more people here over the weekend, especially here on the beach. It's so beautiful here, in my opinion. So this is the center of Obzor, and there's this beautiful park, and it's impeccable. I mean, look, it is absolutely impeccable, and it's really pretty, and it's fun, you know. And in the summertime, again, in the summertime, this place is awesome. Lots of people are just hanging out and strolling about, and just kind of romantic, maybe more romantic than Sunny Beach, and you know, just older couples just come here and sit, and it's just fucking amazing, just absolutely amazing. But here on the beach, there's a few restaurants, of course, beach bars, so music, all this kind of stuff, and you can see the you know, you can obviously see the sea from the park here, and I'll show you guys something in a moment. I'm gonna walk on grass. I feel like a terrible human being. This is some kind of a contraption they built for the kids. I think they're just gonna jump around and do dumb shit. Of course, this is a no-no, so just remember. But look at the water, how beautiful it is. So yeah, everything is shut down. But I will show you guys my very favorite, maybe in the world, not just Bulgaria, not just Obzor, not just blah blah blah, my favorite buildings in the freaking world. And this was my dream in the back of my head this morning, that I'm gonna come here and stay and have a little party at one of these hotels, but they're closed. But look at these buildings, the sexiest thing ever. And there's a few of them, I think 3. My dream, like, this is some kind of a romantic dream I have, is to stay in one of these places, top floor, hotel, balcony, Brinsko, like this, nice and cold, overlooking the beach in the height of summer. So that was my dream today, but of course that dream has dissipated because everybody's back home now, and I welcome you to come back because it's awesome here. So yeah, just behind the sort of first line, you'll see some other, you know, I mean, like, these are some really cool, architecturally speaking, buildings, and you know, some old just love these old apartments where the locals live. So the big shop here, the Aldo, I just walked in and out, closes tomorrow actually. So I thought maybe the big main store they keep it open for the citizens here that live here year round, but there's just not enough demand. So, but look at this, isn't it cool? Come on, it's nice, it's clean, it's tidy. Look at this car. I wonder what kind of car this is. It looks vintage, but hey, that's awesome. Oh, see, that's the back end of the fancy hotel, like that. Yeah, I must stay there, of course, facing the water, yo. So I'm gonna head back. What else can I do? I'm gonna go maybe to Shrek and have a chicken. I've been going there a bit too frequently, but it just seems like the tastiest meal right now in Sunny Beach if you just want to do something super quickly. The freaking chicken steak they make for you there, and it's like so hot and so juicy. It's like $5. You just sit there and oh, I hope they stay open the whole season, off season, because I love going there. It's just everybody's so nice there, of course. Wait, one more second. I'm trying to make the camera work a bit more interesting. So it's actually the second day, or the day after yesterday, when I came back from cruising around towards Varna and the coast and all the weird little trails. So that's the video before that, and now it's the video the day after. I was gonna film some sunsets and stuff like that, but it was quite trafficy yesterday coming back on the crazy Varna road, so I just zipped home, and that was the end of it. So today I want to touch on two things in the end part of my video. Thank you for sticking around. I know it's kind of long now. So two things is trails and juice. So put on your pants and listen for the next couple of minutes. I'll tell you something really interesting. So I'm actually in St. Vlas right now, you know, obviously 2 seconds away from Sunny Beach. Very different place, very different. It's hard to compare the two. A lot less parties, just, you know, like more families and stuff like that. You know, fancier, I guess, maybe resorts. They're kind of goofy. There's a lot of them are kind of goofy looking. You know, they cater to Russians, so you're gonna have the gold and these things. It just looks stupid, but they like it, and that's all that matters. Lots of new resorts when you just keep going straight. Some of them are actually quite nice. You know, but just read the reviews if you ever want to stay at some of these places. You know, they, again, I've mentioned this before, they talk they're 5-star, but I mean, they really are kind of like 3-star places. And now with the staffing issues and stuff like that, you know, just the reviews are something like, they, you know, the cleaning crew does not like to enter the rooms when we came for a week, or some just funny things like that. Of course, the food is garbage and all you can eat stuff, so just be careful. And sometimes there's just no need to pay, you know, something like 250 300 leva a night, or 250 leva a night for a place like that. That just you know, it's not going to give you that kind of nice service. Anyways, I'm rambling. So Vlas, on the west side of Vlas, when you look up, it's you know, there's like this big hill. Inside that hill, the nice people here, whoever is involved in creating this, created a whole bunch of trails. Okay, so if you want to have a picnic, take your kids and all this kind of stuff and go into the hills, there's some gorgeous freaking places, and it's actually quite neatly mapped out. You can use an app, you know, Google Maps, all that stuff has a lot of it mapped out, and you can see like animal things and snakes and beautiful flowers and stuff, and they're actually kept quite nicely. I walked around a little bit, and holy fuck, is the view. Is it the best view in the world, especially on a sunset, when you're watching the sunset? If you time it just right, you know, go up top, grab a purinsko, grab some food with you, with your family, whatever, and just hike up through some of these forests, and oh, it is gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. Of course, you know, and of course it's good fitness for you. If you're in Sunny Beach and you just feel like more not getting a lot of fitness, then you can just go through the farm trails west of Sunny Beach, like towards Poroi, into the villages there. But it's mostly sort of flatter land, not as spectacular. Obviously, you're not going to get the views and that kind of stuff, but still, when you're here and I mean, forget the fitness part, whatever, just like if you want to explore and just kind of enjoy Bulgaria and its just crazy beautifulness, really amazing here. And of course, you're climbing up these hills, these mountains, whatever you want to call them, and just behind you, I mean, like, you just kind of look down and your trail is there, but the Black Sea is just there, and you can see in the suburb in the distance and stuff. It's pretty wild. I was going to take some videos and take some shots from there, but you have to go and do it yourself and take your own photos and stop relying on me. The second thing is juice. So the beauty of going to veggie shops, especially some of the independent ones here in everywhere really, but especially Sunny Beach, is, I touched on this already, every one of them has a juicing machine in the back. So if you want to have a nice kind of a super fast breakfast, God, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but I just had a few of these juices just in the last few days. I've had them before many times, but they're just really good right now for some reason. Everything's so sweet. And you can, it's like €3. You can get a liter or half a liter, and they put them into these like plastic jugs for you. And whatever the beauty of it is, whatever is at the shop, they'll just grab it for you. So you want pomegranate, you want this kind of apple, this kind of apple, this kind of apple, you want a carrot, I love beets, so always like fill it up with beets, even some spinach or whatever shit that you like, and they put some ginger at the end or whatever, and it's so cheap. And it's like a meal almost in itself, and I highly recommend just trying it out once, just as like a fun thing. And again, feel free just to choose whatever veggies you want, and at the end, at the place I went to, they take credit cards. So friendly. Oh, everybody's so nice. And it's just something kind of a funny thing. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. Look at this, another summer day. You would not believe how hot it is and how hot it was this morning even. I just couldn't leave the house, just gasping for air. I was on the balcony. Poor cats, just like sitting upside down under the air conditioner. I'm not complaining, of course. This is awesome. Thank you for watching. If you have questions about living in Bulgaria, especially the coast here, if you have questions about buying properties here, I will just tell you what I know, kind of thing. I'm not a real estate agent, or I can't even recommend anyone, but I can recommend some of the. If you have questions and what to do, and definitely know what not to do, so write me some notes, say hello, and if there's something that you want me to go and have a look, all of these resorts and these beautiful apartments and fancy people in their Maseratis driving around, I'm not gonna sit there and be filming everybody with my stupid camera, because there's no point. You just have to come and check some of these places out. It's really, really beautiful. Things are always getting better and better and better and better here. That's absolutely unquestionable. Looking at these trails here, I'm not seeing any garbage or anything like that. And some of the new resorts, and the security guy was really nice. He let me go in and just kind of have a look and cruise up to the hill, and friendliness, awesomeness, and yeah, lots of new stuff. And it's kind of fun to come visit right now too. I always say this tail end of summer, things are going to start cooling down. You're going to get some better deals. You're not going to have the plethora of all the services and all the shops and all the restaurants, all that kind of stuff. But what difference does it make if you're going to save yourself some money in a hotel? Maybe get one with a kitchenette and head over to Janet or Metro. Make yourself some nice meals and come explore, come hiking. Put on your hiking boots and your hiking hat, and come hang out here in the fall. You always find a place to stay. New Nesebar, Old Nesebar, Vlas. I mean, a million places in Vlas, even at Christmas time. There's spas open. There's all this stuff, whatever you want. So and Bulgarian people, just remember, this place exists for you as well. So if you're hanging out in Stara Zagora and you want to come for a holiday, I mean, you're 2 seconds away, and places are so cheap here right now to rent. Do like a 1-2 day trip just to hang out and just relax. And I mean, it's so relaxing. I'm like, I got out of bed today again. I got noon, because you can't wake up earlier than that, because it's just like your body is like, it's so relaxed. Your heart is just kind of like pump. Anyways, I highly recommend coming here. Thank you again for watching very, very much, guys. Yeah, again, questions, things you want to yell at me, just write something below, and I like responding with banter. Bye. Testing brand new GoPro mount. Let's go. GoPro mount test number 2. I'm at a new gas station just outside of Burgas, taking the long way through Kablishkova, or maybe I'll just go right. It is so hot. I think it's like 26 degrees and it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's 10 to 7. It's crazy. Gas station is awesome. I love gas stations.